Not getting spotted, leopards in a human landscape. So my research covers leopard home range size in regards to their cohabitation with humans. Leopards are pretty widely distributed. They exist from the southern tip of Africa into the far eastern forests of Siberia on Asia's eastern coast. And throughout this distribution, they coexist with humans over a wide variety of landscapes. A lot of these interactions can be slightly dangerous to leopards. There has been a wide range of human-wildlife conflict with leopards, some of it stemming from human fears, others stemming from livestock predation by leopards, and in areas with increasing human density, there is the potential for increased conflict with leopards. My background has worked a little bit with leopards, but it has been more broadly ecological. I started off in South Africa, and I was working on some leopard down there. I learned skill sets including telemetry tracking for VHF telemetry, as well as kind of overseeing and surveying GPS collar data. The picture in the bottom center describes some of the collaring techniques that we have. This individual's name is Konda, and she is outfitted with a tracking collar with a GPS tracker that connects to a satellite and is then downloaded remotely over a UHF band. And then the other way of tracking leopards, apart from VHF telemetry on the short range, GPS telemetry on the long range, the third method is using camera data in order to infer leopard occupancy, which is demonstrated by the third picture on the slide in the top right. And that picture was taken of a leopard during the Roosevelt Resurvey project on Mount Kenya. So the data set that I'm going to be using is covering a wide variety of collaborative projects, 10 collaborative projects which cover 7 different countries. Now you can see on this map the top left photo, or the top left track is from one of the individuals being tracked out of Namibia. The one below that describes the Tule block tracking project in Botswana, and then you can see 2 examples of different South African tracking systems below that. The third picture is actually demonstrative of a fenced-in reserve, which you can see by looking at the sharp contrast and the sharp bordering of exactly where that leopard has been ranging. And then below that, you can see a little bit of the wider expanse of the Botswanan, or of the South African leopards that are ranging a little bit further on the Eastern Cape region. And those ones do not show the same very hard, sharp barrier design from fencing. There's also 2 leopard projects that have been being conducted in Kenya, and the photo and the 5th photo going counterclockwise is showing a leopard that is not exhibiting home range behavior. So that leopard is actually existing on a very wide swath of the landscape, but is not set up a established home range. That is juxtaposition to the bottom center small photo, which shows an individual named Haraka, and she has set up a pretty distinct home range on Mpalo Research Conservancy there in northern Kenya. Next to that, the long photo along the coast is a leopard in Oman, whose home range is right there against the coastline in Oman. And then we have Iran, where the leopard is showing their home range on the mountain landscapes in northwestern Iran. And the last 2 photos on the top right are of 2 different tracking projects in India. I draw your attention to the top right photo because it actually shows a leopard really demonstrating the difference in the home range gradient, because you can see it wrapping its home range around this small village in India where there's a very high high human footprint, and that's juxtaposition to the photo at the top left that shows Namibia and a complete absence of, or near complete absence of humans.